block's good. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun here. Good drop.
Well, the one thing that's been clear the whole 2 weeks here, Czechs are as good as ever. It's not a Cinderella story.
No.
They are.
Off the draw, Robertson a quick chance that crawled up the arm of Suhanek, and he makes the stop.
Rock solid, played every minute as you mentioned. That is a nice, tidy little save, little juggling act, but that's tough to cover for the hot check. You're trying to relieve with your stick, but when it's that quick, there's not much you can do but look for a save. On the rolling puck, he throws it like a lacrosse ball.
Suhanek out to play it. Turned over by Hamara. Sent back across. That pass from Wagner was broken up, but almost a disaster there for the Czechs. Now brought back the other way. Rishavi works in. He's got a step back headshot. Lindblom makes the save. He looked back, but he got it with the pad. And the team will go to the dressing room scoreless after the opening 20 minutes. And Ostlund picks it back up. Ostlund slides that back to Elias Pettersson. Now Janssen, a long shot, scores! Ludvig Janssen strikes again, and Sweden takes a 1-0 lead.
On his offside, so he's able to one-time this puck up and over, and that somehow finds a way through Melash, who's right in the right spot. You couldn't get this through these legs. Oh my goodness, right through his legs, right over the shoulder of Suhanek. And Janssen's great tournament continues.
And against the Czechs, too. He had 2 goals in the preliminary round meeting, including the overtime winner. Kulik works in, long shot. Lindblom makes the stop with Brabants. Looking for a loose puck, and Oscar Pettersson got into the grill of Brabants. I think they might take Pettersson for sure here. Not sure if Brabants is going with him.
Pettersson, like, what's his problem with Brabants there? Brabants didn't do anything. And it looks like the officials are...
They're going to take them both.
Take them both, which they probably should. The conversation continues in the penalty box. They go back and forth.
I saw the worst hockey game ever played in person. Now a chance back in front. Chavalella turned away. Rebound to Hutchik on a block. And the Swedes get the only goal of the game so far. It comes from defenseman Ludvig Janssen. And they'll carry a 1-0 lead into the second intermission.
That's no way to score goals.
And you've talked about it. Lower percentage shots from back there, even though the Czechs score lots from their blue line. That's turned over. They sell with the chance. Throws it back in front. Sternberg turned away point blank by Suhanek, who almost gifted the Swedes a goal there.
Right off the opening face-off, puck goes in deep. Suhanek mishandles it, and it gets out front to Stromgren. And, or sorry, Sternberg. He just heals it. He just misses it.
Knocked out by Brabants. Ogren to the line, but not out. Held by Jiricek. Jiricek works in, holds, shoots. Lindblom. What a glove save by Carl Lindblom. A rocket from Jiricek.
That's the one you're counting on for Sweden. What a save, going one way to his right. Got to flash it back to the left. Jiricek, who can really shoot it, gets all of that wrister. And Lindblom, watch that glove position. It is up there and stays up there. Doesn't sit on his hip. Sits by his shoulder, and he's able to pluck it out of the air.
Off the draw, Sturge reaching for it. Elias Pettersson has it back and banks it back down to the Czechia zone. Icing against the Swedes. That's an unforced error.
Ill-advised play.
Take it out, boys! Take it out!
6 skaters on 5 as Brabants rejoins the play. Spot check. Looks across the top. Jiricek. Weiser shoots. Score! David Jiricek ties the game with 38 seconds to go. The icing cost the Swedes dearly.
Even though they broke their stick in the face-off, the job of the forwards scrumming the puck until Brabants can get back on the ice. And then this is the guy you want shooting it. He's been hammering pucks all tournament long, and he just goes low and heavy and sneaks it right underneath Lindblom.
And look at that celebration.
That is beautiful to see if you're a Czech fan. The offense or the defense, we were worried it might not work the entire tournament. Well, when they needed it the most, they get another one from a defenseman to tie it with 38 seconds left.
Here we go, 3-on-3. In comes Carlson, gets a step. Carlson moves in, drops it across. Beasted shoots, and Suhanek got just a piece of that. and knocks it up and out of play.
Carlson attacks the seam he sees and does a great job to stay with it, getting over to Bjestead, and you're right. Suhanic sliding out, gets just a piece with his blocker on Bjestead.
Isak Rosean steps away from Rishavi. In comes Rosean. Winds in, Greenfield walks it and shoots it. Suhanic makes a great stop with a blocker.
Sometimes an individual effort gets it done, and it's around Skolzil on the little toe drag. He gets him mid-pivot, which is not what you want to do as a defender. But Suhanic just waits him out.
Sandin Pellikka gets a step, drops it back. Ogren feeds that back to Ostlund. Gets it up, Rishavi shoots! And Suhanic reaching back, keeps it out. Just.
He knows it's close. Suhanic knows it's close. He can feel it drifting through and his feet drifting back towards the goal line. Oh! It's on the goal line. Any wrong touch, spin, or anything knocks that over.
Shapovalov plays it back across. Brought in by Kulik. Works it and shoots. Scores! Yuri Kulik, overtime winner. And Czechia will go to the gold medal game.
Czechs had nothing going on almost the entire overtime. We were looking for a guy like Kulik maybe to find something, a little open ice, and he does. He gets Wagner on his hip, and he's so fast. He cruises quickly and comfortably past Wagner, and now he's just thinking about pulling to the middle and getting it up, and boy, tidy little finish on Lindbaum, who was fantastic in this game. But the late game heroics to tie it, and the late overtime heroics from Kulik to win it underneath the 7-hole of Lindbaum. And Yuri Kulik finds a way, and the Czechs find a way to head to the gold medal game.
He's an overtime hero as the Czechs go to the gold medal game for the first time since they won gold in 2001.